So I just had to cover this as well. I didn't actually cover this in the last little episode there. So Asia Bibi, a woman who drank out a fountain in Pakistan over for Muslims. I don't know. Obviously, that's like the segregation of black people in the south of America. That you're not allowed to drink out a Muslim fountain if you're dehydrated when you're working in Pakistan. Obviously, there is a two-class system. Muslims call non-Muslims demis. I call Muslims child rapists, death cult members, but they say that we are demis, and which is second-class citizens. That's why she was punished and get 10 years in jail, and then threatened with rape. No, sorry, she was raped in jail as well, and she was given 10 years for drinking at a fountain for blasphemy. Hi, Frank. Hello from Texas. Hello, Texas. The fact was that she was raped in jail. 10 years she spent in jail. And, I mean, just absolutely vile. And obviously there's no problem with Muslims with regards to Christianity, and there's no threat there. The threat is so bad that our scumbag Prime Minister, Mrs May, Cruella de Vil, has denied a quite obvious political asylum to Asia Bibi because there is a threat or a perceived threat to her life in the UK. So Mrs May and her scumbag globalist predecessors have let in people into the UK who are a violent threat, a Muslim violent threat to Christians in the UK. So we can't offer asylum to genuine asylum seekers, Christian asylum seekers in the UK, because we've let in members of the child rapist death cult, which is Islam, who may be a threat to Christians. Oh, is that a joke? I mean, I wake up and think, am I in a parallel universe? I mean, how big a bunch of scumbags do we have in power? So we can't allow a genuine. We should definitely take Asia Bibi into the UK, a Christian woman. But I mean, there's old Turdo in Canada, not an idiot. Castro's bastard love child, another filthy commie. It's not taking her either. They don't take non-Muslim immigrants. They obviously all the poor women who were raped and by the Yazidis. They're preferring to take the people that were doing the abuse rather than actually the people who were being abused. Now, in Sweden, the women who are sexually attacked by Muslims are not even, the police aren't even investigating it now. And that's thanks to the scumbag Marxists over there as well. I don't know what happened to Sweden. I thought Sweden and Canada were great places, but obviously just voting for filth as a political class. We're doing the same here, so don't worry about it. What the media do is, because they're part. So we've got the globalists in Silicon Valley now preventing Alex Jones. Actually have 100 of websites have taken Alex Jones off. If that's not conspiracy, I don't know what is. Then we've got the scumbag media here who cover up crimes and cover up all sorts of things. Don't really investigate things properly. The mass molestation by Muslims all over the UK. You've got to remember that the Prophet Muhammad had 11 wives. He used to be a sexual slave trader. He told his men to rape non-Muslims. He had an incestual relationship with his Aisha, was his 6-year-old cousin, and he was having sex with her. That's why a lot of Muslims are inbred, and even in the UK they're inbred. That's why a lot of them are not mentally stable, or they have like birth defects. There's 30 times the population's birth defects in the British Pakistani Muslim population. That's why they're overly aggressive and they're signs of mental retardation there. So that's obviously a big problem, but that's based on the religion. It's not just happened by accident. Incestual inbreeding when you've only got 3 grandparents, and then you've got birth defects. No, it's really bad. I mean, it's not good. There was inbreeding among certain groups, but in the West as well. But we cut that out when we knew that would happen. When we saw the defects of them. In the actual inbreeding, and we did that. The same things happened in the Jewish community as well. But so you would think if there was a God, which obviously there's no proof of, that he would have told them not to have sex with your cousin. But the Prophet Muhammad, who was a sexual slave trader, and told his followers to rape non-Muslims, take them as sex slaves. That's why ISIS have done it. Basically, he basically was an inbreeder and basically a bit of a weirdo, a bit of a pervert, to be honest with you. And he was probably having sex with children. He had 11 wives, having sex with his 6-year-old. No, sorry, she was 9. They get married when he was 15, she was 6. There was parts in the Quran talking about her dolls, taking her dolls with her as well, playing with her friends as well. And when she was having sex with him, when Prophet Muhammad, when she was 9. So there's a lot of disgusting stuff, and that's why women in Muslim countries have got to cover up in case they are raped, because that's what, if they show bits of the body, they're basically asking for it. So if you look in Qatar, there was a Dutch woman raped. She went to jail for having sex outside of marriage. In Norway, the woman went to jail and was jailed as well. There was a woman from London who was gang raped, and she was put in jail until the British government get involved in that one. Although the Foreign Office are absolutely shocking. I don't know what they're there for. Just really bad. They really need an overhaul of the FCO. Our embassies just did nothing. I mean, you would have thought purely from a humanitarian point of view, they should have taken me in. But as we can see with Asia Bibi, our political class don't really care about humanitarianism. This is the reason that they're signing the UN Declaration Marrakesh is for the globalist corporatists, and so they can get cheap labour, and they don't care if you're getting displaced, or they don't really care. I mean, as we can see, Teresa May had the brass neck. She had to word it so well. The fact that she is not allowing Asia Bibi political asylum in the UK because we've got scumbag jihadists in here that might attack her because they're part of a kiddie fiddling death cult. And we've actually invited these people into the UK, and they are now a threat to people who might be seeking genuine asylum. So why are they not getting kicked out? Why are they not getting asked to leave the country? Because there's obviously more to this than meets the eye. Absolutely disgusted. I mean, how embarrassing. I don't know why anybody voting Conservative on the back of knowing that. So we are now not allowing genuine asylum seekers into the UK, but going to sign up to the Marrakesh Declaration through the UN just to let anybody in. They've got the human right to come to the UK and live in the UK. But we are a Christian woman who is being persecuted, who's been raped, who's been held in jail for 10 years for drinking out of a fountain for members of the child rapist death cult, which obviously now that we're trying to bring in blasphemy laws through this word Islamophobia. It's not an irrational fear or an irrational... Well, you've already seen what happened to the Christian women in a Muslim-dominated country. I was allowed to starve on the streets for 2 years after being assaulted by a Pakistani UAE state taxi driver, and our British government did nothing, the scumbags. And now we've got Asia Bibi, she's not allowed in. The Turks murdered 1.3 million Christian Armenians in Turkey, and we just covered that up. When the Muslims were allowed into Lebanon, it caused a civil war. And now we've had mass rapes and 50 mass murder attempts in the UK since the mass immigration. And our British government are doing nothing. I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. I mean, I think May is a political prostitute. I think she's sold us out, and I think she's sold us out globally. I don't know if she's been corrupted, but disgusting. But I think the Tories just all need to go. They all need to piss off. There's maybe a few that are worth their salt, but very few. They could all just piss off as a political party, and nobody would miss them. I think we need a change anyway. So UKIP, here we go. That's us, boys and girls. That was that. But I just needed to comment on that. How disgusting. Leaving a woman who has been raped, and the person who defended her, defended Asia Bibi in court, was had to leave the country in Pakistan because she was getting death threats. The person that tried to change the blasphemy laws that they're now trying to bring in Europe through Islamophobia. Islamophobia is just another way of bringing in blasphemy laws against Islam, the child rapist death cult. And a paedophile for a profit, a paedophile sex slave trader who murdered hundreds of Jews, just chopped off all their heads, mass murderer. A terrorist, a warlord terrorist, an inbreeder. I mean, really, if you read the Quran, you should read it. Read it for yourself. Don't listen to me. But I mean, probably up there with the most disgusting human being ever. It would be like having a prophet and making Genghis Khan a prophet who used to boil people alive. He was a warlord and a fascist, basically. That's what the Prophet Muhammad was. So, and we're going to bring more and more Muslims into our country and Islamify it because we've been sold out by our political class. Absolutely disgusted by our political class just now. Absolute filthy, self-serving scumbags. Can't wait for them to go. Baby Gorillas, let's start.